Weekend Breakfast with Sarah-Jayne King.
Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 10 a.m.
All right, next up, we are stepping into the sound world of Lua, a Cape Town artist who mixes folk and spirituality and storytelling really into something beautiful and otherworldly. And I'm absolutely delighted to find out all about her new chapter, which is one of reinvention, I guess, self-expression and reckoning, probably. Thrilled that you are here with us. Hello.
Hi.
This is so exciting. I'm so thrilled to have you in studio. It's lovely. I love when people come in. You've got a very interesting journey to hear because this hasn't always been your main thing.
No, it hasn't. No.
Okay, so tell us.
When I was younger, yes, like from the age of 5 to 28, I was very, very into music, studied music, very dedicated to that. But then my life took a different turn and I ended up building a business for 12 years in post-production and language services for film and TV. That was an interesting period of my life. Relationship-wise and personal-wise, it was quite a traumatic period of my life. Right. I left a traumatic relationship, an abusive marriage. And that really, my life took a turn then, and I became very removed from myself.
Okay.
So I was very high functioning and very successful in business, but personally, I was very removed from my emotions. I was very removed from myself. I had developed some defensive mechanisms. I was hiding a lot. And in that sort of process of losing myself, I also lost the music.
Sure.
And it's almost like I knew I couldn't pick up a guitar and write a song because then all of this emotions, all of this stuff that I'd been putting under the carpet and hiding from would all just be there because you can't really hide from the songs.
No, you can't.
So there was a 12-year part of my life where I was totally disconnected from music.
Did you sing at all or write at all?
I didn't. I would still hear, there was a period where I would still hear the songs.
Right.
But I would just ignore them.
Ooh.
And it was like it was like denying a fundamental part of yourself, essentially.
So what happened when you picked up the guitar for the first time? Was it very emotional?
It was very emotional at that stage. I was already divorced. I was, rebuilding my life. I was rebuilding myself.
Isn't it wild, that post-divorce life?
It is.
Post-breakup life.
It
where
is.
the transformation happens. And it's absolutely excruciating and absolutely miraculous.
It's both of those things at the same time. It's absolutely just one of the most painful, and just like you're just walking through the fire and everything just has to like burn and all your old pieces of yourself. And at the same time, it is this magical, mystical experience of discovering yourself again.
Yeah.
And discovering, for me as well, my connection to this life and my connection to source. But it's a process. It's not something that just happens. Or you don't just wake up and you're like, oh, I'm different today.
No, definitely not.
It's a process, and I think you have to surrender to that in some way. And the music has been a big part of that healing for me.
Yeah.
At some point, I decided I'm going to sell my business.
Wow.
Which I did, and I am just going to dedicate my life to these songs again. And I made a covenant that I'm not going to stop listening ever again. My agreement with the songs is that when they arrive, I will listen, and then to the best of my ability, I will bring them forth.
Wow.
And that's what I've been doing. And so this music and this new EP and the album that's being released next year is a result of that. And it's been a blessing. It's been an absolute blessing.
Just talk to me a little bit about the music, your relationship with music. What was your... I always ask this, but because I'm fascinated. Your earliest musical memory. What was your? If I take you back to your earliest kind of memory, what was going on musically for you? Did you come from a musical family?
I mean, my opa, my Afrikaans opa, used to play guitar, and they all used to play guitar and sing in that sense. But no one was in music full time or anything like that. Right. I think my earliest memories of music is really the songs arriving sort of into my consciousness. So and I remember, like, before I could write or read, I would have this little book with kind of upticks and downticks to remember melodies as they were coming through. Yeah, and I think the first song that came through was called Mr. Flip. There's a man in my street, he's called Mr. Flip, and he's really very kind. He's in love with this other frog called Daisy. And
that's so cute.
That's the first song I can remember. There was a couple of early ones, but that's the first song I can remember from back then. And
then your own musical tastes and what you were listening to?
Sure. When I was younger, I mean, my father's a lot older, so he would listen to a lot of sort of big band jazz.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I ended up studying jazz, so definitely. And then my mom was younger, and she would listen to these LPs and these records like Brown Eyed Girl, and she was a little bit funkier, and she would kind of listen to the Rolling Stones and ABBA and all these other kind of things.
Yeah.
But somehow I feel like my musical spent a lot of time on my own. I was an only child,
right?
And I discovered a lot of popular music much later, in life somehow, I was obsessed with the songwriting. I was obsessed with the song and the story.
Yeah.
When I listened to the music, I was like, oh, I like this melody. I like this. I like this. So, people like Bryan Adams, for example, and Tina Turner, I was like obsessed with them. And my mom took me to a Tina Turner concert when I was young, and I was like,
oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, I remember the guy in front of us had to lift me on his shoulders so I could see the concert, but it was like, I loved her, and I still love her. And I just
love her. Of all the artists, Whitney would have been up there for me because I'm a singer. It's interesting you say that you were the songwriting for me. I was always the tone that I wanted to.
You want to hear the tone?
Obsessed. I'm kind of obsessed with voices.
Yeah.
But Tina Turner would be up there for me as somebody I would have just given my right arm to.
Absolutely.
To
I
see
just
live.
thought I was like in awe, and I just loved it. And later on, when I was performing covers and things, I used to sing her songs.
Did you?
Yeah.
Talk to us about this EP, and it's from the ether.
From the ether.
Love that. That is such a great title.
Yeah, and that is really about that listening to when these songs are dropping in from above. And the songs on the EP are a lot about my transformation. And I like that word reckoning that you used, actually, because when you're in that phase of transformation, it is a reckoning. It is a reckoning with yourself. It's a reckoning with your external environment. And so this EP includes a couple of songs that are about my past relationships and not just the people, but what they symbolized to me.
Right.
And then there's also some beautiful, hopeful moments like Ey Yeh Yeh, which is just about returning to your heart space and feeling. And what does that feel like? Like, do we have the courage to live from that space? Yeah.
I was just going to say something when you were talking about that reckoning. In that, my experience has been that when one is in that period of transformation, some of that transformation is organic. It's just something that's happening.
Yeah.
And then there's another part that requires you to show up. And there's a choice. And you can either choose to go back or stay where you are or have the courage. And that's where the work is, isn't it? And that's where the real shifts happen when you go, I can't go back to that, but I'm terrified to go forward. Somebody explained it to me the other day and said, it's like you come out of one door and you close the door and you're looking down a long corridor and there's a door in front of you, but it's not open yet.
Exactly, yeah.
But you've got to have something that means you don't try and go back to that door and that you just keep walking and that you trust that in time that door will open. But for some time you might be in no man's land where none of the bloody doors are open.
Yeah, it's like someone explained it to me as well. I love that metaphor.
Isn't it great?
It's like a monkey.
It's not mine.
This one isn't mine either.
Right.
So let's throw it in there like a monkey swinging in the forest or whatever. They always, before they let go of the one vine, they grab onto the other. But this is not like that. This is like jumping off the vine into the air and at some point you hope you're going to catch something.
Yeah.
So it is that feeling. It does require the frequency of courage to move into those spaces and to get really comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think we're not.
It's the key to life.
We're kind of, conditioned to not want to be uncomfortable.
No, we medicate it with all sorts of things.
And I mean, let's face it, a lot of it is uncomfortable.
Much of it. Most of it.
A lot of it is beautiful and all those things as well. But I almost feel like the more comfortable you get in the discomfort,
I 100% agree.
The more you can surrender to the process.
No, you are absolutely talking my language. I always talk about this. Where we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and it's only in the discomfort that the growth happens. It is only. It can't happen in the easy spaces. It can't happen in the comfort zones. That's not where that happens. What track have we got? I should know this, but I don't.
Ey Yeh Yeh, yeah.
We've got that. It's not my song, it's yours, so you can introduce it.
Yeah, so this is a song about hope and courage and about returning to your heart. And it has a mantra in it, Ey Yeh Yeh. when you sing that, you feel it in your heart space, and it's just a song that brings people closer together. Yeah.
Ey yeh yeh, ey yeh yeh, dancing to the storm. Ey yeh yeh, ey yeh yeh, smiling.
That is gorgeous. That is Lua. How do we follow you on social media?
Yeah, on Instagram it's at Lua Official, on TikTok Lua Artist, and on YouTube Lua Artist, but on all the streaming platforms Lua, L-U_AH.
Is the EP out now, or is it
It's dropping in January, but 3 of the songs are available, Ey Yeh Yeh being one of them, Burnt and When It Rains, and there's 2 extra songs that are coming in January.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I am so thrilled. Congratulations on all.
Thank you.
On all
And
of-
thank you for
of
having
life.
me. This has been such a pleasure.
You are so well. You are welcome through our doors at any time.
Ey